This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. Today we're very lucky to be joined all the way from California, Blair the Flair.
Yes, yes, yes. It is the one and only Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing. Woo!
So how are you, Blair? And how's training going in the wildcard gym with Freddie Roach?
Training is going wonderful. It's a very tough camp. We have very tough sparring partners. We have a very tough trainer in Freddie Roach that expect nothing but excellence. And it's just been a wonderful experience being involved and being tuned to some of the toughest rising stars and progressing each way. So it's been a good experience, and I had my ups and my downs. Best believe, I had my ups and my downs, but now we're getting going, and everything is looking pretty good.
Now you're training with Freddie Roach. How's training different with Freddie Roach than with your previous coaches?
Freddie Roach just add a little bit different element to the game. He has a lot of experience. He knows how to break things down and compartmentalize things and make things a lot more simple when it comes to transferring information from the trainer to the fighter. The other trainers that I did have, they're also great, and I'm not I don't bash them at all. And honestly, like, I'm still with them. I just had to add more into my game and into my repertoire. So like I'm still with Bones Adams. I'm still with Brandon Woods. It's just right now I have to move on and progress and get to another level. And right now that next level is with Wildcard Gym.
So Wildcard Gym must be great to train at, but you haven't always been there. I mean, you've had a crazy story. I researched it yesterday, and it was crazy what I found out. So at one point, I was reading up that you and your family were on the run in Mexico for a while. You're on the same amateur cards as Canelo Alvarez. You're boxing in Mexico. No one wanted to fight you. The fights in Mexico, they weren't really amateur fights. They're more like professional fights. They're straight out wars. Can you tell me a bit about boxing in Mexico and your amateur career?
Oh man, I started boxing in Mexico, and it was a dog eat dog world, and I kind of fell in love with it. I fell in love with the idea and the opportunity to be this guy that everybody hates, and then put on a performance and fight my heart out and show people my discipline and my character and turn people into fans. You know what I mean? So like it's been crazy how, like, and that's kind of been like what I've been doing all the way up until now. And that's why I have this slogan, from booze to woos. It's a very interesting time period when I started boxing, when I had nothing. I was on the brink of suicide. There was nothing left in my life. Like I can't even call myself me anymore. Like, so it's a pretty tough situation. You don't know if you're going to survive it, and I survived it, and I survived it through boxing.
And so do you think with these fights, which are so violent, more like doghouse fights, do you think that helped you prepare for the pros a lot better than the normal amateur fights would have done?
Yeah, because it's like when things go wrong, and things will go wrong sooner or later, you have to have the discipline and the courage and the fortitude and the just to be able to persevere through hard times when you're in that ring. And I look forward to it. I dream about it. I dream about the hard times and being able to bounce back and reinvigorate the sport and be better, be stronger, and be resilient to get past those big tough times, get knocked down, get back up and win and knock out the opponent. That's what I look forward to. This is why I know that I'm the most exciting man in boxing.
And since it's in Mexico, it sounded so tough. Did you ever feel like giving up and not going pro and just giving up, stopping there?
Yeah, I think there's been times, honestly, like I was a steamroller. Like once when I was boxing in Mexico and I was killing things, and when I came to America, I was surprised that like I was still being able to do the same things I was doing here in America, because and like I didn't know. I don't know, like at that point, I'm Mexican. Like, you know, I'm a foreigner when I come when I come back to America, you know, and that's exactly how I came. I came as a foreigner, and everything was like brand new and strange. It's a different world. And it was just remarkable how like a lot of my skills and my talents were able to convert over and be just as good for the American gyms and boxers. And like what just like there's been so many times where I wanted to quit, but most of those times came in the times when I was in the pros, going through the adversity of just trying to find a way to get to where I needed to go in boxing. You know, because in boxing you need a lot of resources. It takes a lot of resources. Nobody wants to fight you if you're good and people know that you're good, unless you have a lot of resources and money to back you up. And that's where I was. I was in a very tough place in Philadelphia, and I couldn't get the necessary like the necessary backing to be able to build me up as a elite athlete. So that's why you see me right now, and it's like all of a sudden I'm just an instant sensation. But it took a lot of trials and tribulations and a lot of hard work to get here.
I think the fact that there's loads of great boxers out there in the world, best talent, but a lot of them struggle to sell tickets because maybe they can't promote themselves. They don't talk trash. They don't ask for the big fights. Being a boxer, it's all about selling fights, promoting. If you're not going to promote yourself and not being able to sell tickets, no promoter is going to be interested in you. And I think that's what you've done very well, is promote yourself, then you're able to sell tickets, and you made yourself a fan base, a massive audience. And so
Yes.
14-0-1 with the one draw. And your last fight was on the Ryan Garcia Francisco Fonseca card. You've had a long layoff. Have you got any fight dates coming up?
Well, me and Ryan is trying to get some fight dates together. There was a December 5th card that was supposed to be on with Ryan Garcia, and we're trying to work hard with DAZN and Golden Boy Promotions to make sure that we get something done this year at least. It just recently got postponed because one of the athletes have tested positive for the coronavirus, and Luke Campbell. So it's possibly going to be maybe postponed maybe a week or two. Hopefully we can get it done though, because I know the fans, the crowd, boxing in general needs the most exciting man in boxing to come out and show out and be an entertainer like we need in this world that we in right now.
Do you know any opponents that you might be fighting on that card?
Well, we have an opponent. It's another African guy. You know, another African that's very resilient, tough, strong. That's not coming off a layoff. He's fought while in the COVID season and everything. And it's going to be a very, very good fight. To say the least, it's going to be tough. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for tough opponents that can challenge Blair the Flair.
What I've noticed about you is your last fight, you talked a lot of trash, you managed to get into the opponent's head. Will you be doing that for this fight?
There's no telling what I could do. There's no telling what I would do, because the thing is, the most exciting man in boxing is unpredictable all around. You're never going to know what's going to happen until it shows up, until Blair the Flair shows up with that woo.
So, providing you get the victory, which I'm sure you will, this coming December, what are your goals in boxing? What do you aim to achieve after the December card?
Just keep building up, work up the ladder, earn my stripes as a true champion. I have to get to the top level, to the elite level, and that's what we're looking forward to, getting to the elite level, dominating, winning, looking impressive, and possibly seeing a world championship title next year or in the following year, possibly getting things going and moving, just sky's the limits from there.
So you're a welterweight fighter, and under the Golden Boy banner, Virgil Ortiz Jr. He's another welterweight fighter, up and comer prospect, who did a good win over Samuel Vargas. being a few months ago. Is that a fight that interests you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't mind whipping up on another undefeated athlete. It doesn't bother me none. The thing is, I'm already prepared. I've been prepared for this moment. The thing is, it's kind of hard to be prepared for somebody like me when every time you fought, you knock somebody out. It's what happens when you can't knock this guy out? What happens when he gets up? What happens when he hurt you? There's a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to Virgil Ortiz and Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair is ready and waiting.
And what do you think about your style that will make a negative impact on Virgil Ortiz?
Um, I don't know how he's gonna be able to keep up with Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair is too fast, too strong, too smart, and damn it, woo! I'm just too much for this man. I don't know what he's gonna do. What's his plan? His strategy is to get beat up. How long can he take an ass whooping?
And I know you're a busy man, so I'll have to let you go soon. I just have one more question.
No problem.
If you weren't a boxer, what job do you think you would have had?
If I wasn't a boxer, I don't know. I mean, I have this mentality now that it's either I'm a superstar or I die. I'm a superstar or there is no Blair Cobbs. I'm a superstar or I'm 6 feet under. That I have this. There's no in between. It's just it's either this or not at all. But before I actually started boxing, I was going towards becoming an architect. I was very artistic, very good with numbers, and had a passion for buildings and things like that. So I was more so getting towards being an architect. But now there's only Blair the Flair, period. There's nothing better than Blair the Flair. And you can check me out on Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Blair the Flair. And for more exciting content, BlairTheFlair.com. Woo! Nobody does it better, baby.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Blair.
No problem. Thank you.